So I want to talk about true beauty. And I know we've all heard of the saying that, beauty comes from within, and it's not about what you look like on the outside, but what emanates from the inside out. And as cliche as that sounds, it's really, really true on different levels. One being the fact that, it's true that when you really live from your heart and express your essence, truth, and heart and soul, that just shines through you and shines through the windows of your soul, which are your eyes, and that's what people feel and see. And they get past any ideas of what the outside might be like because they just really see you. And then there's the aspect of what's on the inside really helping to clarify who you are. So I know many of us have issues with expressing ourselves, whether that's voicing something, whether it's just expressing ourselves creatively, emotionally, just in general. We have challenge around personal self-expression, and that hinders our beauty. When we are having this block around being who we are, it sort of hinders what we are shining out towards others, and it also affects how we look physically, because you're only part of, half of, a fraction of what you could be, and the inside affects the outside. One level affects all. When they're not all moving freely through you, then you can't be the beautiful you that you truly are. So I'll use an example in my own life. I struggled a lot with having bad skin and acne when I was later, not in the preteen time when people have it, but my later teens, like right at the end of high school to adulthood, and it was very challenging. And a lot of that is because of having inhibitions, not expressing myself, being afraid of expressing myself, not knowing how. And when we have either low self-esteem or low self-confidence, when we are repressed and we hold things in, that can create all kinds of issues. For some people it could be health challenges, cancers, crises like that. For some people it can be tightening on the inside, which then creates things like acne that can come out. And really, again, our bodies aren't trying to be this evil thing or trying to hurt us or trying to make our lives miserable. It's just saying, hey, listen to me. I have something here to share with you. There's something inside of you wanting out so much, and if you aren't going to come out, then I'm going to come out in the way that gets your attention. And so, that could be a skin eruption or whatever, maybe it's hives, who knows, it can come out in so many different ways. But I know what that challenge was like, and it makes things worse, because you're like, well, how am I supposed to express myself now when I am feeling so, bad about myself, or want to hide, or, feeling less than. But then there's so many layers of lessons within that, trying to get you to work through those self-judgments, and to just be who you are regardless, no matter what. And yeah, it takes a lot of courage to come out and to not be worried about what others think or how they look at you, to not judge yourself against all of the things you see out there on TV and in magazines that's not even real or reality. And it can really wreak havoc in your life. But what I found, you know, with all the things that I tried, inside and out, and I could write a whole story on that, in the end, it wasn't any product. There's no beauty secret, male or female. I'm not just talking about women here. There's just no specific beauty secret that across the board works for everyone and is going to ultimately bring out your true essence and beauty, except you, expressing you. When I finally relaxed into being who I really am and being courageous to allow that out into the world and not being afraid of it, and to just express myself and speak my truth and share that and be the creative being that I am, and to show the love that I have in my unique way, when I connected with my essence, that's when my true beauty came out. Right now I'm doing this video, I have absolutely no makeup on. I have no makeup, nothing. This is just me. I'm 43 years old. Like I said, I went through the worst time with my skin in my life, and I don't have any of that now, and I feel the most vibrant. I don't use any special thing, you know, there's no special secret that I work with to, you know, not have certain issues or to get rid of lines and wrinkles, because even that takes care of itself. And even if you do have those, what's wrong with that? It's just you. If you get hung up on those kinds of things, you're not focusing on the core. And the core is just expressing yourself. And however that manifests in the end, whether it's a certain weight, whether it's a certain wrinkle, whether it's a certain, you know, whatever, gray, silver hairs, which I have growing in too, and I love them. No matter what that is, it'll all work itself out. But the only focus you need to focus on is being you, expressing you, shining you, and however that's supposed to look is going to come out. And that's what's beautiful, and that's what people are going to see. They're not going to see all the other things, and if they do, then that's on them, and that's for them to look inside and figure out how they want to live with that. But when you're happy, and I'm telling you, the way to be happy is to be you. I've never been more happy in my life, and it's because I'm finally who I was meant to be. And it just is increasing more and more. And that is the true beauty secret. Yes, I'm vegan and have been for 10 years. Yes, I live a balanced life as much as possible. We all get off balance. And yes, I get natural exercise and things like that. And all of that's important. And it makes for a full circle. Find your own balance in your own ways to make your full circle balanced experience. So, those things can all be of benefit, but ultimately the only thing that's going to make you live in the skin you were meant to live in is what you do inside, the core of you, expressing yourself and loving yourself. Loving yourself is the key. When you love yourself, everything falls into place, and you shine. You shine no matter what's on the outside, and the outside just works itself out because it's all interrelated. You work on the core and all the things fall into place. And so that's the thing I want to speak to most of all. I know a lot of people out there will tell you to go on a certain regimen or buy certain products and do this or work out at the gym, X amount of hours or whatever. All that's fine if you want to do that. But if your heart and soul doesn't, or your heart and soul wants to do something else, I'd listen to that. And that will work itself out as to how it looks on the outside. There's no way you need to look or be except to be the creative being that you were meant to be. And when you do that, you will shine, you will be beautiful, and people will see that, emulate it, and love you just as much as you love yourself. I love you. I finally love myself after years of struggle with that, and it is the most beautiful thing, the most beautiful gift you can give to yourself and to the world. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you feel it, because that's all that matters. What's in your heart? You are beautiful.